Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving into a huge topic, mergers and acquisitions. But we're not just going to talk about the deals themselves. Nope, we're actually going to build the ultimate blueprint for unlocking their real value, so they can actually, succeed. So let's dive right in. Okay, let's just get straight to the big, kind of scary question. Why is it that nearly half of all M&A deals totally fail to create any real, lasting value for shareholders? I mean, it's a super high-stakes game with a shocking failure rate. But the key to flipping those odds, the secret sauce for success, it really all comes down to one powerful concept. And that concept is synergy. It's the magic ingredient, right? The idea that 1 plus 1 can actually equal 3, that when you bring two companies together, the new combined entity is way more valuable and capable than its individual parts ever were. That, right there, is the goal. And that's exactly what we're going to do today, lay out the blueprint to make it happen. So here's the game plan, our 5-step blueprint. First, we're going to define the purpose. That's your why. Then we'll nail down the 3 types of value you can create. That's your what. From there, we'll get into setting concrete targets, building an integration roadmap, your how, and finally, we'll talk about how to measure what really matters to make sure you stay on track. All right, let's kick things off with step 1, the purpose. This is the bedrock, the foundation of the whole blueprint. Before you even think about touching a spreadsheet or combining teams, you have to answer the biggest question of all. Why are we doing this? And let me be super clear. Getting this right is totally non-negotiable. What's so great about this is how it simplifies that big why question into 3 main goals. You've got to ask yourself, are we doing this to slash costs and become way more efficient? Is the main goal to ignite some serious revenue growth and grab more of the market? Or are we trying to supercharge our innovation to create the next big thing? You have to choose your main objective and set a clear timeline for it. Pinning this down from day 1, it's everything. Okay, that brings us right into step 2, and you can see how this all connects. Once you know your why, you got to figure out your what. We're talking about the specific, tangible kinds of value you're planning to unlock with this merger. And, wouldn't you know it, that value neatly breaks down into 3 main buckets, which, you'll notice, perfectly mirror the objectives we just talked about: cost synergies, revenue synergies, and innovation synergies. So let's dig into what each of these actually looks like. Okay, first up, we have cost synergies. Now, this is usually the low-hanging fruit, the quickest value to grab. Just think about it. You can combine all your purchasing power to get way better deals, you can streamline operations that overlap, and you can consolidate shared departments like HR or IT. It's all about building a leaner, meaner, more efficient machine. Then you've got revenue synergies. And this is where it gets really exciting, because we're talking about pure growth. All of a sudden, can you sell your products to the other company's giant customer list? Can you now enter new markets or reach new kinds of customers you never could before? This is how you really grow that top line and start to dominate. And last, but definitely not least, innovation synergies. This can be the real game changer. Think about combining 2 brilliant R&D teams or integrating 2 unique pieces of technology. You can suddenly speed up product development and create something truly new, something that neither company could have possibly built on its own. This is about literally inventing the future of your industry. Okay, so you have your why and you've got your what. Step 3 is where the rubber meets the road, setting concrete targets. You have to make these goals something you can measure because, let's be honest, a goal without a number is just a wish. So here's the key takeaway, right? You have to translate every single goal into a hard number. It's not good enough to say we want to reduce costs. No, you have to say we will reduce costs in logistics by $50 million. Same goes for revenue. Don't just say you want to grow. Your goal has to be increase our market share by 5% or generate $100 million in new revenue. Being specific is your absolute best friend here. Take this, for example. A powerful, effective goal isn't just, we want to grow. It's crystal clear. Our target market share is 15%. Boom. That is a clear, undeniable number that every single person in the new company can look at, understand, and get behind. And this visual just nails it, doesn't it? It shows the whole journey. You're starting here with your current market share, maybe it's 10%, and you have that real ambitious target right there in front of you, 15%. You can literally see the journey you're on, that gap you need to close. It makes the entire strategy feel so much more real and, honestly, achievable. Awesome. So we've got a goal we can actually measure. But how exactly are we going to get there? That's step 4, your integration roadmap. This is all about building your how. Look, a great roadmap doesn't try to do everything at once. It breaks this massive, complicated process down into these simple, manageable phases. So in phase 1, you start by just identifying and mapping out all your potential synergies. Then in phase 2, you execute. You go after those quick wins, like cutting costs. In phase 3, you start to see those bigger, long-term gains from innovation and joint R&D. And finally, phase 4 is all about scaling up what's working and optimizing everything to get to that full value. It's a logical path from a plan to real profit. And that brings us to our final and maybe the most critical step of all. Step 5, measuring what matters. Because let's face it, a brilliant plan is completely useless if you're not constantly, and I mean ruthlessly, tracking your progress against it. And this is what that tracking looks like in the real world. A simple dashboard with your KPIs, your key performance indicators. These are just a handful of critical numbers that tell you if you're winning or losing. For each one, like cost savings or market share, you have your target, you have where you are right now, and you can see the difference. One glance tells you everything you need to know. Are we on track? Are we ahead? Or are we falling behind and need to make a change fast? And, to make all this tracking actually work, you need a super simple structure. First, you get a dedicated committee, a team that owns these results. Second, you set up a regular meeting, whether it's weekly or monthly, to report on progress. And third, you use the right tools to make tracking all this stuff as easy as possible. It's all about one thing: accountability. So as we wrap all this up, this entire blueprint really boils down to one final critical question that you have to keep asking. Are your synergy goals realistic? Are they truly measurable? And maybe most importantly, are they perfectly aligned with the long-term strategic and financial goals of your new company? If you can answer that question with a confident yes, well, you've just unlocked the true secret to M&A success.